The Karazy night of Baltimore. Upbeat superhero music quietly fades in and out as Kevin begins his commute. Arriving at work, Kevin quickly prepares for his shift. He expertly navigates traffic, showing subtle ninja reflexes. He prepares for his shift, ready to blend in. The morning rush begins inside the brightly lit fast food restaurant. A demanding customer complains loudly about the wait time. Kevin swiftly prepares the order, moving with surprising efficiency. He momentarily phases his hand through the bag, unnoticed. Lunchtime chaos erupts near the soda fountain. Kevin calmly approaches them to clean a spilled drink. He subtly stabilizes their wobbly table using a burst of super strength. He manages the register, counting change faster than humanly possible. The restaurant quiets down. Kevin begins wiping surfaces. He retrieves the ancient-looking metallic chip from his collar. He glances around to ensure no coworkers are watching. He slips the chip into a modified USB port on his hidden computer. The closed sign is flipped, and Kevin finishes closing duties. He changes quickly into his dark training gear in the storage room. He retrieves his bicycle and cycles into the darker back alleys. He disappears into the Baltimore night, heading for his training ground. Superhero tunes swell slightly as Kevin connects the chip on the rooftop. He attempts the fade step, resulting in a brief, transparent silhouette. He resets his focus, energized by the failure and the download. The Karazy data continues to stream, promising mastery. Superhero tunes swell slightly. Kevin arrives at a deserted, graffiti-covered rooftop. Overlooking the harbor, he connects the chip to a small, rugged laptop as the Karazy data streams in. He begins practicing basic movements from the ancient art, attempting the fade step. He fails to fully disappear, resulting in a brief, transparent silhouette before snapping back. Scene 1. Kevin is lifting incredibly heavy discarded machinery parts near the docks. Grunting but not straining. Scene 2. He practices breaking concrete blocks with a single focused punch, dust exploding outward. Scene 3. He balances effortlessly on a thin wire strung between two buildings, demonstrating perfected equilibrium. Kevin works late in a small, cluttered basement workshop, lit only by a desk lamp. He is meticulously crafting a device that looks like a stylized throwing star, but it unfolds into 3 razor-sharp, energized blades upon impact. He tests the aerodynamics in a contained space, watching it slice through thick materials with ease. Kevin is back on the rooftop, now much more focused. He centers himself, closes his eyes, and then times vanishes asterisk. After a few tense seconds, he reappears 10 feet away, landing silently on the balls of his feet. He smiles slightly, a rare sign of satisfaction. He is achieving mastery over the disappearing technique. Night shift at HBIC Munchies. 3 suspicious figures, 2 men and 1 woman, known low-level Baltimore enforcers, enter the restaurant late. Kevin, behind the counter, subtly uses his enhanced perception to track their movements and conversations. He notices the woman discreetly slipping an electronic device under a nearby booth table. Kevin uses Shadow Glide to silently follow the criminals across Baltimore's rooftops. He listens closely, learning their plan to hit the Federal Hill Armory. He leaps across the gap between 2 buildings to maintain pursuit. He lands silently on the next rooftop, instantly ready for action. The suspicious trio finishes their food quickly and leaves. Kevin waits until the manager is in the back cleaning. Using his new, small, magnetized tools, he carefully extracts the device the woman planted. It is a signal jammer intended to disable security systems. Kevin pockets the jammer, deciding to let the police handle the evidence. But first, he needs to find out what times they are targeting. Back in his basement, Kevin examines the stolen signal jammer. He integrates the final Karazy protocols, preparing for direct combat. He equips his dark, reinforced training gear for the impending fight. He checks his arsenal of top-secret, self-invented Karazy weapons. Kevin uses his superior stealth and speed to follow the three criminals through the back streets of Baltimore. He utilizes the shadow glide technique, where he seems to flow between patches of darkness. He stays close enough to overhear their low-voiced plans without being detected. Learning they intend to rob the historic Federal Hill Armory at 3 a.m., the criminals approach the Federal Hill Armory, using the signal jammer. Kevin materializes inside the perimeter, bypassing laser grids unseen. He positions himself in the deep shadows near the vault entrance. The two male enforcers begin hacking the vault door control panel. Kevin throws his energized throwing stars, disabling the men and the panel. The men turn to see Kevin materialize, radiating ancient power. A large enforcer lunges wildly at Kevin with brute force. Kevin uses super strength to effortlessly grab the arm and redirect the momentum. The attacker is sent flying into a stack of crates, demonstrating dominance. Kevin meets the brute force head-on with his superior strength. The impact sends the enforcer crashing into the crates. His opponent is down. Kevin remains completely composed. He shifts his focus instantly to the agile female leader. The agile female leader draws a stun baton for a close-quarters fight. Kevin uses fluid Karazy movements to evade her rapid, close-range strikes. He uses the environment, pushing over a heavy display case to create a barrier. The female leader attacks with rapid, close-quarters strikes. Kevin uses the environment to create distance and counter. He closes the gap, readying his next move. She attempts one last desperate high strike. Kevin executes a precise, non-lethal joint lock taught in Karazy. He uses vanishing technique in quick succession to disorient her. She collapses, immobilized, as Kevin maintains control. Kevin applies a precise, non-lethal joint lock from the Karazy teachings. She gasps in pain as the baton clatters to the floor. Kevin uses vanishing moves to disorient her completely. She collapses, immobilized by the technique. Kevin uses specialized zip ties to secure all three subdued criminals. He approaches the damaged lock to force it open using molecular vibration. The heavy vault door swings open silently, revealing untouched historical artifacts. Kevin secures the defeated criminals with his invention. He approaches the vault lock, preparing his specialized technique. Vibrating the metal at a molecular level, he forces the lock open. The heavy vault door swings open silently, revealing the untouched treasures. Sirens are heard approaching as Kevin ensures the criminals are secure and leaves an anonymous note. He melts into the shadows near the rooftop access point. He disappears completely just as the first police officer enters the area. Sirens approach as Kevin ensures the criminals are secured. He does not wait, he moves toward the shadows. He uses the darkness as his cloak, executing the fade step. Kevin vanishes completely just as the first police car arrives. Back behind the counter, Kevin resumes his mundane work. The manager praises Kevin's diligence, unaware of the night's events. Kevin focuses intently on scrubbing a stubborn stain. He looks tired but composed, the protector resting in plain sight. The news buzzes about the foiled heist, but Kevin remains focused on his mundane duties. The manager praises Kevin's diligence, unaware of his heroic actions hours earlier. He focuses on scrubbing a stain, utterly absorbed in the routine. He seems to exchange a knowing glance with the news report. Regulars excitedly discuss the Baltimore ghost who saved the day. Kevin overhears their whispers while preparing coffee, remaining completely impassive. He blends into the background noise, his true identity hidden in plain sight. Breakfast regulars discuss the mysterious vigilante stopping the robbery. They attribute the success to divine intervention or a mysterious vigilante. Kevin overhears their whispers but remains impassive, blending in. He pours coffee with a perfectly steady hand. That evening, Kevin plugs the chip back in, preparing for the next download. Holographic diagrams of advanced pressure points illuminate his face. He visualized complex defensive maneuver against multiple phantom opponents. Kevin tests a new smoke pellet that deploys disorienting, sonic dissipating fog. He triggers the sonic frequency, instantly vanishing the smoke. This shows precise control over his newly integrated arsenal. A stressed mother brings two very loud children into HBIC Munchies during the afternoon lull. Kevin silently approaches, not with food, but with a cleverly folded ninja crane. The children stop crying immediately, mesmerized by the ninja toy. Late night, Kevin carefully cleans the ancient data chip under a microscope. He reflects on the 1500s origins of Karazy and his responsibility. He carefully reseals the chip housing, readying it for the next download. He hides the chip back in his collar, ready for tomorrow's shift. Late night, Kevin carefully cleans the ancient data chip under a microscope. He reflects on the 1500s origins of Karazy and the responsibility he carries. He carefully reseals the chip housing before heading out for the night. Cycling home, Kevin observes an illicit exchange at the dimly lit industrial docks. He recognizes the danger is greater than previous encounters. He knows he must deploy his full arsenal to neutralize this threat. Kevin sheds his outer layer, revealing his full ninja gear. He activates his sonic dispersal device, causing a localized sonic burst. He tosses smoke pellets, blanketing the zone in thick, swirling gray. He disappears into the manufactured fog using the fade step. In the smoke, Kevin moves like a phantom, utilizing super strength and speed. He focuses on disabling their weapons first, snapping rifle stocks. He bends metal casings with minimal effort, disabling the threat. The fight is quick and silent, showcasing superior physical dominance. Kevin gathers the illicit cargo and the shipment manifests. He leaves an anonymous note detailing the recovery of the stolen jammer. He melts into the shadows near the rooftop access, using darkness as his cloak. He disappears completely just as distant police sirens grow louder. The next morning, Kevin is back serving burgers at HBIC Munchies. News reports praise the mysterious vigilante who stopped the heist. Great work this morning, Kevin. He is content being the invisible protector of Baltimore. The next morning at HBIC Munchies, Kevin is back making breakfast orders. News reports buzz about the guardian angel foiling the heist. Kevin exchanges a knowing glance with the TV screen. He focuses intently on scrubbing a stain. Content to be the invisible protector. Years later, Kevin perfects the ultimate vanishing technique. He disappears completely, leaving only a faint ripple. He reappears across the city, ready for the next challenge.